Just give me 2 seconds and I'll be back. Went to take my mask, which is the most essential thing as of now. So hi guys, oh my god, this is so exciting. After so many weeks of discussion, I'm finally doing this. I'm finally going to start the vlog. So today I am thinking of taking you to a restaurant. So we're going to have a restaurant review done and we'll be going in auto. So follow me. So honestly guys, tell me how many of y'all have literally got rejected by the auto guys? Really? Tell me seriously how many of you all have actually got rejected by the auto drivers in Bangalore. So now let's hope that, any guy stops. Railway Parallel Road, Sheshadripuram. So we're finally sitting in the auto. I'm so glad. The first person told us yes. And ಇವಾಗ ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಶೇಷಾದ್ರಿಪುರಮಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋ ಒಂದು ರೆಸ್ಟೋರೆಂಟ್ಗೆ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ. Let's see how the food is going to be. I'm already hungry. Let's hope everything is going to be good. Number 54 Gully Kitchen. We have finally reached here after a 15-minute smooth ride in an auto. So it's also close to the metro station. It's a 5 to 7 minute walk from the metro station away. It's on the Railway Parallel Road in Sheshadripuram. So let's go inside, taste some yummy food and check it out. Nacho. So let's see how it tastes. It's actually good. The dahi is so thick and the entire nacho, the texture and everything just crumbles in your mouth. So I think the add-ons are also a very plus. So there's tomato, there is I think the save and the coriander, so it's a good blend. Hi Shreya, so let's just start with this bump to remind the COVID situation. So I'm so glad that you actually took your time out and you made your time for this interview, you made this possible. And also, I heard that you're coming from a different education background, right? So what made you think that this is the time, you have to start up a restaurant?
We started our passion and that passion has turned into a profession and that profession has turned into this is more of a family now. It is not a restaurant, we're a whole bunch of family. We evolved with the idea of what we really had in mind and we always kept stagnant of being a street side food oriented place. But with time and the consequences and the whatever pandemic we have faced, we evolved.
I also wanted to know, so when I typed Gully on Google, the first image that Google shot me up was with the outside of the place, right? So it was something that is unique and so different. And I had something as a viewer to expect something out of it. So what is the thought that gave you, like, we should set up a theme like this and we should select something like this?
We initially planned to open it a month when we had this idea. It took us a year and a half. We went through a lot of different kinds of issues we started, but when we finally found our place, because we went around different parts of Bangalore to look for the exact place, and we enter that place, we feel like there's this white on the side, which keeps us like, this is the place we got to do. And when we finalized it, we spoke to a lot of, so you also need to know everything here is done by this me and Sohani. there's no interior or anyone who's helped us.
Yes, I see the paintings.
Yeah, and there's a lot of help from different artists we have got who wanted to showcase their talent, and we just would love to do that because it's a street style.
That's right.
Then we wanted to use rustic furniture, refurbished furniture, and materialize things which are not existing right now and get them to use. So we wanted to keep it throughout street style, and we're still following that pattern, and we have a lot more coming in the house for people to explore, and that's the thing. So we want to keep it street style like I told you. And
It's a lot of thought process that actually goes into it. Like doing it is such a mentalist job, actually speaking.
yeah, I just knew what cuisines exist in the world. I never knew what detail goes into each of it, and now I understand those people on the streets who are actually famous. So our main motive is to promote street food. That's why it's called hashtag 54 Collection, and it's hashtag 54 because the property number was 54.
That was my next question. Yeah.
So we wanted to stand out unique in each branch, or every time we open up to the other public as well. So and Gully Kitchen, because we realized that there are a lot of street foods in India and Pan Asia which people don't know about, or even if they have tried, they don't know where is it from. Like if I give you an example, like people don't know that samosas or pohas are from MP, Madhya Pradesh. They locally sourced from Madhya Pradesh. Theplas are originated from Gujarat.
That's right.
So theplas are originated tacos in different versions now. But we want people to know the information at the same point of time and actually have the authentic food of it. Because these days, a lot of people tend to have a lot of masalas, chili. But when you have the originated taste of it, that gives you a whole different feedback.
Okay.
Now, if you have a masala puri probably here, you will feel it different. But if you actually go to the authentic Karnataka bean house, somewhere on the street there, the whole masala puri, they've kept it stagnant throughout the legacy because they want to keep it authentic. So that's the whole point. So we want to keep it authentic and
Is
street
that how
style.
you actually differentiate between the street food and the gully food? Because the gully kitchen food, because there's so many street food around.
See,
What
we
is
can.
the difference?
True. So we can never, put ourselves in their shoes and put them in our shoes. That's a whole different. They have a whole different run through. We have a whole different situation handling it. What we do is we try to promote authentic street food, but at the same point of time we keep a progressive picture of it. Now see, like on our menu we have something called dahi papdi nachos. So dahi papdi is something which has been common throughout the years. What we have done is we have changed the base to nachos. So it's something which is progressive, but at the same time we're keeping the mind of street style authentic taste. That's something we're working on. Plus, we have a lot of food from Darjeeling. We have a lot of food from Maharashtra. We're also, the most important thing is we are launching a new menu in the coming first week of January.
For that, how did you guys manage the COVID scenario, like the situation? How was it tackled?
Actually, I don't know, in the first day when we realized that actually there's lockdown happening, we were just 3.5 months old. And initially we had started, so we have a lot of things going in our mind. We have a lot of business plans, we want to execute the whole strategy part. And then suddenly we get to know that the whole world is going under lockdown. And our employees, we have to look after obviously, we have to stay manage our shoulder no matter how we're going to outcome the situation, how we're going to actually open a restaurant back. So we were in that spot. Around here, we will do everything. So we had a team of 25 before, now we are running with just 10. So, but we're still managing to run the show no matter what. We're keeping our toes because we know this is going to turn into something which we have always imagined, and we look forward because we want to do it. If you are assertive that you are doing something unique and you know your food is good, you know your product is really good. So we are also 100% egg-free plus preservative-free restaurant, just to inform you that. We also have a bakery in the house. We make a lot of customized cakes, baking orders, sort of things as well. 100% like I told you, 100% preservative and animal-free restaurant. We don't use egg even in our products, and we try to make everything in the house. We only also have vegetable and spices. We try to make the taste also in the house. So and we make 70% of our food clean.
Okay, so that's I think a few things that you have to offer to all of them out there who want to come and eat at Kali.
Because not only Jain people these days, but there are a lot of other communities which also tend to stay away from garlic for now. So we're trying to understand the pattern, and we also make our bakery products with made Jain.
That's right. You would love to eat some cake that is made of natural stuff, or rather than
we don't like using standards and stuff.
Sweeteners and everything like that. So I think that's it. So thank you so much for giving us your time. The second dish for the day has arrived, and it's Malai Paneer Tikka. come along with the smoky effect. So I'm just gonna try it. It has pudina chutney also. So let me taste it. No meal is incomplete without paneer, and I think this fits right. The paneer is soft and it's easy in the mouth. This is Gully Kitchen's chef special. We have the Patani naan and the Qureshi ka butter paneer. So these origins actually dish has origins from the regions of Uttarakhand. That is where the name, that is what the name suggests. So let's try and how it is. The main dish is coated amazingly. As you can see, it is blended too well. It's amazing. I'll also try the paneer, butter paneer here. The masalas are blended well. Now we have the chef of Gully Kitchen with us, and welcome, any chef, is that right?
Yes.
That is what, for everybody wondering, that's what he's called by and known by. So I wanted to ask you, when was the time in your life when you just decided, okay, this is it, I want to be a chef, like from now on?
That was in my schooling, probably at 8 if I'm not wrong. It was still an option by then, but I decided on exactly to say that probably it is in my second year.
Okay, that's like, quite the right time to
Yes.
try and figure things out. So we had lockdown, we all stuck at home. Did you cook back at home?
No.
Not
I
really?
never, generally I don't cook at home.
Yes, I've heard this a lot where chefs they just want to cook only in the restaurants and not back at home. So it's like a myth that is pop, just pop things. So after that, I wanted to keep it quick and easy because of course we have to head back to the kitchen and there's like a lot to do. So I want to know, what do you think, is cooking a skill or a talent?
I think it's a combination of both skill and talent. Obviously, with time, both will grow together, but it's a combination of both.
So during this lockdown period, every other person at home, they were either like an artist, they became an artist all of a sudden, or a chef all of a sudden, including me. I was trying to do a few stuff. I am not going to say it was a disaster. Well, I wanted to make something known as Kaju Katli, but it landed up to be Kaju Paisa. So, what do you want to tell for all people like me, the amateur cooks who just want to enter?
I would say try to understand the food, what you're handling. Obviously, everybody won't get it at one first shot. You keep practicing, I'm sure you'll get through it.
Do you know the most Googled Indian question of 2020? For all the viewers, fun fact. It is how to make paneer. How to make paneer. Yes, we had it and it was amazing. So, yeah, the next thing I wanted to ask you is, why Gully Kitchen? Why did you choose Gully Kitchen as a place for you as a chef? What made you think that it's going to be the perfect fit?
Firstly, yeah, it's a completely vegetarian restaurant. Probably ticks most of the majority box for me in general. But otherwise, it's just not about that. My main motto again was, they brought street food. They took the street food as inspiration and they brought it into a restaurant.
adding in a lot more elements and evolving the whole dish together. That's why I wanted to join Gully.
Gully. So what are cuisines available at Gully?
We serve basically Indian street and Asian street food. In Indian street, you see again there are so many bifurcations. I would say again charts, which is much more to many people. So I would say that. And yeah, recently we developed acting into bakery also. So these are the four things in general.
That's right. I think we had quite a number of items today to taste, and one of it was dahi papdi nacho.
Yes.
So can you tell us what it was actually tangy, it was like a fusion that was made. So can you tell us more about it, like from where this dish actually came?
Yeah, you know about the papdi chaat, what you're going to eat, Thai papdi chaat. So instead of papdi, we removed the papdi bit of it. We took the nachos which we like much. So we translated that into that whole dish. But everything else, the components are almost the same what you do it. But yeah, we remove the papdi and we put the nachos. So it's that.
And the main course also, the patani, this thing, it was amazing. So from where was the dish inspired? From where do you guys pick it from different places and you actually put it together and...
Actually, I am a junior executive here. My chef has traveled around the world a bit. So he knows few Pakistani restaurants and he has traveled all around Asia. So he's the one who is training us and we are coping up with it. So that's how we pick up. And if you see, Indian food is completely diversified. We have very similar, so many similarities, but always people who love food will understand the differences, but otherwise no.
As a chef, which is your favorite cuisine? Like, what's your journey of liking each cuisine?
Actually, when I started, at least in my education time, I wanted to be a kitchenware, but later it converted to me specializing in bakery and pastry. Again, I got placed in a job where I had to learn almost everything. So in that way, if you say I won't be able to choose a particular cuisine or anything, but I do love food, so I always try doing everything apart from it.
I think everybody has the love for food, the things of crossing your boundaries and trying different stuff.
That's the one thing which ties almost everybody together.
And coming to the last question, because I know you have to run back, there are like a lot of people, it's a busy restaurant, and I'm glad you took the time out and were able to come out to the kitchen and give us time. So I wanted to know, can you tell us and all the viewers of course, the secret of cooking? Anything
okay,
that a chef
I don't know about every
knows
other chef, but this is my secret to my food. Obviously, in terms of an ingredient, it's butter, which makes everything feel better. An emotional, again, the second part is an emotional connect to food. I always feel that I'm serving my parents or somebody whom I know. So I make it a little bit love. So the butter and the love are placed.
That was a very good answer. So thank you so much, Nitya, for giving your valuable time out in the kitchen. So I think now we should run back.
Thank you so much.
Finally, we've almost come to an end of this restaurant review journey. And I wanted to review each and every dish based on how the dish tastes and also the way it was plattered for us. So the first dish was dahi papdi nacho. I would give it a 4 and it's a good burp for the dish. And the second one that we had was malai tikka paneer. So the malai tikka paneer was plated in a very fantastic manner. It was as that you just want to hop your hand in it and grab it and eat the food. So I think I would rate it a 4.5 for even its taste and the feel of the paneer. The texture was amazing. So I would also give it burp. And the third dish was the main course, which was Shika butter paneer and the patani naan. So for that, I would give it a full-on 5 because that was exactly how a main course should actually be curated and put on in front of the table for you to eat. So that was a full 5, so I would say burp, but I do not know how to burp naturally. My cameraman knows. And now we have finally, guys, reached the end. It was amazing, the food. Now I'm so tummy full and all set to sleep, like have a good sleep back at home. So thanks guys for coming along with me in this journey of share it. Share it with everybody you know, the person sitting next to you, your neighbor auntie, forward it on WhatsApp, you know the grid. And after that, also comment and do let us know. We'd love to hear from you. And finally, subscribe. The bell icon